In the far southwestern corner of Germany, frontiered on two sides by the mighty Rhine River, which is today the border between Germany, Switzerland and France, there rises Germany's best-known mountain range. Formed about 70 million years ago, the range was shaped by erosion. Glaciers, rivers and creeks carved out a rough landscape that was completely covered by coniferous forests. When the ancient Romans conquered parts of Germania, they avoided entering the dark and inhospitable woods high above the Rhine Valley, which they called Silva Nigra, Black Forest. They preferred to stay in the valley, where they found hot springs and where they started growing grapes. The abundance of woods and waters slowly became the basis for the economic development of the area. Woodcutters would thin out the thick forest and raft the timber to the valleys. Around the dark forest, legends of witchcraft, elves and dwarfs grew. Did some of the Grimm brothers' fairy tales take place in the Black Forest? Who knows? Woodcutters cut the trees. Raftsmen brought the timber to the sawing mills. The water made the sawing mills run. The Black Forest became a center of woodworks. The wood was mainly used for constructing houses. Black Forest farmhouses were made of wood. Half-timbered houses have been very common in dreamy Black Forest towns, as well as throughout southern Germany. And wood is closely connected to one of the Black Forest specialities. Smoked coldly over newly cut pine wood, Black Forest smoked ham gets its characteristic flavor from the wood. Bollenhut, the hat of pom-poms, shows the marital status of a woman. Unmarried women wear red balls, married women wear black balls. Although a traditional gear of only 3 small villages in the Gutach Valley, the Bollenhut has long been the classic symbol of Black Forest traditional wear. Chocolate, dark as the Black Forest, red cherries and white whipped cream on top of a sponge mixture soaked in cherry schnapps are the ingredients of the famous Black Forest cherry cake. In it flowed a lovely trout stream, and there was not a farmhouse in sight. I jointed up the rod, and while Mrs. Hemingway sat under a tree on the hillside and kept watch both ways up the valley, I caught 4 real trout. They averaged about 3/4 of a pound apiece. Ernest Hemingway enjoyed staying in the Black Forest. His experiences about the Black Forest became immortal when he had them published in the snows of Kilimanjaro. Clear water precipitates in cascades about 163 meters into the heart of a little Black Forest town. The Triberger Waterfalls are Germany's highest falls. Fresh water is the main ingredient of Black Forest cherry water, an eau de vie that people have distilled out of cherry fruits for centuries. The cherry's taste now lingers in the clear Black Forest waters. Everyone recognizes a Black Forest farmhouse by its hipped roof. Designed to protect the farmers from rain and long-lasting winters with loads of snow, the roofs made of thatch or wooden shingles stood far out from the buildings. During wintertime, the farmers sat in their shelters and carved delicate figurines and clocks. The first Black Forest clocks were fully made of wood, even every little cogwheel of the clockwork.
Das sind eigentlich die Original-Kuckucksuhren, die was schon seit
These are original Cuckoo-Clocks. In this way, we have been making them since the 1860s or 1870s. They're all hand-carved. After the war, we also started making Black Forest clocks. Initially, they did not have moving parts, but today we put in a lot of moving parts like beer drinkers, wood choppers, water wheels. These are all our design. We only produce clocks to sell in our store. We do not supply retail sellers, so you'll not find the same clocks elsewhere. We purchase the clockworks. Nevertheless, we have to perfectly control them. If we do not control them, we may have to dismantle them. After mounting the clockwork, we get the pipes ready. We have to fix wires and wheels to the pipes and then screw the pipes in the cases. After that, we fix the wires from the clockwork to the pipes. We need to precisely adjust everything that Cuckoo calls at the exact moment. If we don't do this, it'll make a terrible sound. Then we add the musical movement. We mount the chains, and once that is done, we fix rings and hooks. We fix the face and the hands, and then it's finished. We hang it up on the wall again to examine it another time. We add figurines or the carvings. The case does not have the carvings on when we put it together. The carvings get on last. Wood has always been the main element of an original Black Forest cuckoo clock. Figurines are carved from lime or basswood. Shingles, cases and pendulums are cut from pine wood. As always, mostly small family businesses have produced cuckoo clocks. Usually the father hands down his expertise to his son.
Sechs Generationen haben schon Uhren gemacht bei uns.
We've been making clocks for 6 generations. Great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, all made cuckoo clocks. They took their clocks to France to sell them there. My father was a clockmaker, as well as my uncle and my grandfather. As a little boy, I started helping them making clocks and working in the shop. Not only does Adolf Herr regularly create new designs and new movements for clocks, but he also designed and made the Hornberger Uhrenspieler, a gigantic cuckoo clock with 21 huge figurines that move to the call of the cuckoo and to the sound of a music box. In the old days, clock peddlers used to carry the clocks into the valleys and towns. They went by foot from the Black Forest, even up to Moscow. That mode of delivery changed, and today cuckoo clocks are shipped all over the world. The call of the cuckoo shall remind everyone of the beauty of the Black Forest, its hospitality and its traditions.